What is up, you guys? It's your boy Sherbzy coming at you with a friendly, fun pub and gameplay commentary. We're playing Headquarters on the map Hijack using my Diamond PDW son with I got Quick Draw and Silencer on, and I'm using Scavenger Toughness with a perk 2 Greed, and I'm using Hardline for the first perk so I can get my score streaks faster, and then for the third perk, I believe I'm using Dexterity and Tactical Mask. That's what I believe. And for my score streaks, you can see I'm using the Stealth Chopper and Orbital VSAT and the Swarm. And this is a very good gameplay. I go 144 and 12. And a Headquarters is probably one of those game modes that you can get a lot of 100 pluses. I believe, like, if you put Scump in my shoes in this gameplay, like if Scump was in my situation playing this map, and this game mode, he would have easily dropped 200 plus, easily, in my opinion, because I made a lot of mistakes in this game to where I could have got 200, but it just didn't happen. So today I was wondering, I wanted to make this, I wanted to put up this gameplay, obviously, because it's such a good gameplay, and because I just go off, I just was in the groove, I got like 3 or 4 swarms in this gameplay, like 5 orbitals, 5 stealths, probably more than that, and I wanted to, I was trying to think of a topic of what to talk about, and I thought, why not talk about how I got into this whole gaming thing and the whole competitive scene and how I got into this community. And so I guess it started in COD 4. I mean, my competitive gaming didn't start, but the first Call of Duty I ever really played was COD 4, online at least. And that started off on the PS3, and that was just me playing with my buddies, good buddies from school. We were all just playing COD 4, online. We'd play I know it was my 2 best friends, Troy and Gonzo. We'd play Team Tactical, which was like a 3v3 game type in COD 4, and we just, we dick on people. It was really fun. And after that, it was what came out after that? It was World at War came out after that, and I met a lot of people online through PS3, so I started playing with them a lot. And we played a lot of Search and Destroy, and that's when I started playing Search a lot, and then getting into Search and Destroy. Well, it was all about Search and Destroy. If you weren't good at Search, then you weren't good at the game, basically, is what everyone that I hung out with thought. So that's we were big Search stars. We always played Search, and that was World at War. And then after World at War, what was next? It was Modern Warfare 2 came out. Modern Warfare 2, that's the start of when I started playing game battles. Now, game battles, I started playing with my buddy Chloe. If you don't know Chloe, I'm sure a lot of you do. His name's TG Chloe. That's his gamer tag. He's a part of TG Theory Gaming, prime example, or definitely a top AM team today in Black Ops 2. And I started playing GBs with him, and I don't believe it was much GBs with him. I played like the first GB I know I played with him, and I think we won that first game. But anyway. After that, I started playing with other people in Modern Warfare 2, with GBs. And that's really all I did in Modern Warfare 2 was GB and pub, but mostly GB. And that was when I really started to, get into the competitive scene, because it was just GBing, and I didn't really know what scrims were or anything like that. But it was just like Search and Destroy GBs, so it was like variant. Well, at first it wasn't variant, it was just S&D only. It was just S&D only rules, like akimbo rules. Like we'd have like the akimbo Glocks on, like the G18s, we'd allow that stuff, and I'd always run around with my UMP, and I'd have, as a secondary, I'd have, the Glocks, G18 akimbos, and a lot of you that have played Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, in GBs, you know what I'm talking about. It was always, the G18s akimbos, and those were always OP. So that was that, and then, my first, impression, though, of seeing, like, the competitive, competitive Call of Duty player, was when I met a few people, and I could name of 2 right off the bat, and that was Ustop. His name is, his gamer tag, it was PS3 and his PSN gamer tag, whatever you want to call it, was Ustop You Drop, and there was another kid called Lonezilla. Now they kind of introduced me into the competitive scene, like variant stuff, like CTF, Demolition, and Search and Destroy, I believe, were the MLG competitive game types for Modern Warfare 2. And so I never knew how to play CTF or Demolition. I was just a Search guy. But these guys kind of taught me how, how it went in the CTF and the Demolition part of the game, and I was really surprised because I got really embarrassed because I didn't do so well, because I've never played CTF or Demolition, and it was just new to me. So at first I was like, you know, fuck this. I'm not gonna ever do this again. Like, well, who wants to play CTF? Like, that just shows no skill at all. Or demolition, you know, that shows no skill or smart. You just run around and shoot people. That's what I thought at first. So after that, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops came out, and Black Ops 1, I believe. I just, you know, I was still on the PS3. At that time, I think I had an Xbox, but I only played it for Halo. But for the time being, it was PS3 Black Ops. In that time, I was still GBing. I was GBing with my good friend Canada, or Andrew. I know that. I GB'd a lot with, I believe I GB'd a little bit with Chloe and Reasons at the start. But then afterwards, they got, you know, they kind of went their separate ways, and I went my separate way, kind of, I guess. We were still friends, but they were pretty much better than me at that point. They really just, I wasn't as good as them at that point. And they were, you know, stepping up above, because they played a lot more than I did at that time. So that's why they were like GB stars pretty much. I didn't have a good GB rank, but they did. They had like 4K GB ranks, or like 3K, whatever. And like they won tournaments, or GB tourneys and stuff. And, you know, at that time I didn't have any GB tourney trophies or anything like that. And then, so that went by, and then what else? Let's see. GBing a lot. I had a good friend named Taloon. We GB'd a lot with him. I did dubs with him a lot, especially even though Black Ops was out. We did a lot of Modern Warfare 2 dubs, and we had a very good dub streak going on. Like we were like 16-0 at one point. You know, we were just dub stars. You know, S&D dubs, and that was a lot of fun. I remember back then it was just GB. And, you know, GB is pretty much, like, it's pretty much game battles that started me into this whole competitive thing. And, let's see, during Black Ops, I started watching, you know, like me, Chloe, and Reasons, and all the gang, you know, we started hearing about the MLG scene and how, you know, it's being streamed at MLG Dallas, MLG Columbus, Raleigh, all that. And, you know, I'd watch the streams on the MLG website, and I'd see, like, you know, see them play, and they'd play CTF and S&D. Like, those were the CTF, Domination, and S&D. Those were the MLG game types for Black Ops. And I remember watching it, and I wanted to be like that, because they were on main stage. You know, they were pumped up. They were like going off. You know, I remember watching that first. I think it was Dallas. I'm not too sure if it wasn't If it wasn't Dallas, it might have been Columbus. Maybe it wasn't Columbus. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but I know that Leverage won that first event for Black Ops, and Scump was on that team, Aches, TP, and Bobby. And after that, I was pretty much a Leverage fan. I followed, I liked following Scump a lot, so he was always a favorite player of mine. And then after that, let's see, you know, I started playing Variant. So I started playing Domination, CTF, and S&D after that, you know, and it was like, if I wasn't, you know, scrimming with a team, I would do pickup, you know, pickup scrims, you know, like, you know, auto sign, get like 8 people in a lobby, and you auto sign. And that's pretty much how it happened. And then team-wise, I was never really on a team for Black Ops. For Black Ops, it was pretty much just GBing with my good friends, and then you know, yeah, just doing those friendly pickup games, you know. So after Black Ops, it was Modern Warfare 3. Now, Modern Warfare 3 is pretty much, like, I want to say basically Modern Warfare 3 was my first, like, serious competitive game. It's me starting competitive gaming, because that was CTF and S&D only. There wasn't a Domination or Demolition in that. At first, people thought it was going to be Demolition because it was Infinity War, and Modern Warfare 2 had Demolition game type for MLG. But no, not this time. It was just, you know, it was just CTF and S&D. And at first, at the start of it, everyone said that MLG for Modern Warfare 3 is going to be on Xbox. So everyone switched to Xbox, and I mean everyone. I switched to Xbox, and my teammates switched to Xbox. And my teammates, who we were called Hall of Fame, or we called ourselves AME, that was short for Hall of Fame, and that was me, Chloe, Reasons, and Propaganda, or Prop. I don't know if y'all know Prop, but he's also a good buddy of mine. And so it was me, Chloe, Prop, and Reasons, and we played the game a lot. We tried to, you know, get good at the game to where we could, you know, wait for the MLG rules to come out, and then for MLG to be announced and travel to the MLG games and then, you know, become pro. And that was our dream, you know. Their goal is to be pro like the rest of them. But unfortunately, MLG never picked up Modern Warfare 3 on the circuit because they did not have LAN. So that was kind of a letdown. So after that, it was just scrimming Modern Warfare 3, and they had UMG, of course, so that was good. I went to UMG for Modern Warfare 3, but that's about it for LAN experience for that game. After that, it's Black Ops 2, where I am now currently at. I have already won a LAN for Black Ops 2 for that Dallas local LAN, so that's good. And I've been to UMG, placed top 20 at that. So overall, this is pretty much. Hopefully, I can get there to the top just like the rest of them. MLG Dallas, they said it is going to be March, so I'm hoping that that is going to be confirmed. And that is it, you guys. As you can see, I dropped 144 kills. Just like I said and promised, I didn't lie. I kept my word. So if you like the video, please give a like, subscribe, please. I'll be posting more videos, and peace out.